Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on our YouTube account and we are continuing to make progress within the Heroes of Esperia. So we're going to check out a couple of heroes. We're going to start looking at our teams. We made 3 teams before, but now we have hit the point of 5 teams. So just a quick recap, guys. Some of the most powerful heroes in PvP sometimes do not make the meta formations, but in PvP they are absolutely dominating. So when you look at heroes like Helios, when you look at heroes like Mizoth, when you look at some of those heroes, again, that are kind of the off-meta comps, they do work exceptionally well in PvP. Most of the dimensionals do. When you look at Ainz, when you look at Albedo, when you look at Leo, you look at Merlin, most of those heroes do very well, even looking at Zolrath, looking at Alna, which is the reason why a lot of these different heroes really excel within PvP, because they are very expensive to build when it comes to Celestials and Hypogean heroes. But some of the off-faction heroes that do exceptionally well, again, a lot of players don't really think about or don't really see. Kelthar does really well in PvP. Treznar does really well in PvP. Mishka does super well in PvP. Very unique skill set. Astar does well in PvP. Antandra can absolutely dominate. So as we're building out these teams and as we're looking at these, we're going to go ahead, we're going to hop into Heroes of Esperia. Again, we are up to 5 teams. So I'm going to show you the teams that I have built within the formations. So we're going to do a couple matches down here. We want to make it to Masters at a very minimum. So first team we're looking at, this is one that we've done before. So it changes it up a little bit. It does utilize Mortis within this comp. So you do have Merlin in here for the damage mitigation. You have Albedo in here for the attack boost and also for the defense. Arthur, of course, very solid tank. And one of the biggest differences when it comes to the PvP is your heroes are very similar levels. You can see I am a little bit stronger just based on the level. As we continue our progression, we will get a lot closer within the levels. But this is the reason why, like a Legends Championship tournament, because you are the same level, it does make a significant difference within PvP. Ullard is another hero that is very prevalent in PvP. We see him in a lot of formations. Second one, Alnagrez. We know most of the time this is run with Oden. The difference here is running with Athalia. Big thing with Athalia, guys, she is probably the strongest hero, period, when it comes to PvP. She has the ability to burn out Ainz relatively quickly. She does a bleed effect, which again, if you're not looking at really high level deficiencies, it does exceptionally well. The more that you build her out, the stronger she will actually be. Looking at our third formation, this one is a little bit interesting. We have support, 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 support. That is right, guys. It is a full team of support. The original Taylene is a support class. Big reason for this is, of course, you are supporting Lucretia. So we have Rowan in here. Lucretia is the hero that is going to get energy super fast within formations. Twins, if we can get them to ult super cycle, we want to go ahead and lock out the ultimate ability when it comes to Ainz, as well as, again, energy regeneration. Taylene is in here for healing, and if she does die, she will come back to life, which is very cool. One of now 2 unique heroes that do that, even though it is the same hero. This formation, guys, very strong, of course, with Rowan, giving Lucretia the ability to actually counter a 5-pull. It'll usually work pretty well, especially because this is the 5-pull. This is a relatively strong PvE formation, but when you get to PvP, it does change it up a little bit. Now the 4th team, now this is a new team. You can see within here, guys, it is really focused on Iran pulling some heroes together, but the big one within this formation is Laika and Mishka, guys. So you're going to have Lorzen actually link 2 heroes within here. So when we're doing damage to one of our heroes, it is actually going to affect another hero. We're going to have Iran in here pulling in this formation, which for this team comp in particular, this is a perfect formation to pull because you're actually going to be pulling Gwen, not allowing Gwen to do some damage in here. We have Mishka, which is very strong, especially if you have that 9 of 9 furniture. She will ult if a wolf dies, and she does, as you do get her stronger, she will actually shield the entire formation. Same with Lorzen. If you build out Lorzen and you actually get his furniture, which I haven't built out very much of Lorzen's furniture, but when you do build out his furniture, it will provide additional shields in here. So now you have a massive damage reduction plus a boost with Sophia. Sophia also does have Scatterbolt, so Scatterbolt will actually hit temporarily stunning Saurus and breaking off into 2 other pieces. hitting multiple targets. And then of course you have Iran in here for the slow, Leica for the debuff, Leica for the energy, Leica for the haste, which makes a very solid team. In addition, you do get the 4-set bonus with the faction, which gives a very strong, 15% more attack, 20% HP, which is a very strong bonus to have in here. The team, this formation particularly, works well. Then, of course, guys, our 5th formation is the stall comp. So you can see here, guys, we have Thorin. Thorin is a hero that you do have to kill twice. A lot of players will put Talene in this formation as well. Even with Kelthar, when he takes fatal damage, he will turn to a Spectre form. So they will have to kill the Spectre, all relying on Flora here to slow down the enemy, kind of mitigate the damage that they're doing. Theowen is another hero that is very strong in PvP. One of the big things with Theowen is she can actually go into other enemies. When she goes into those enemies, she is immune to damage, meaning it is just going to buy time up in the air with Flora. We also do have Prince of Persia in here for the chain stuns. And of course, Thorin, guys, takes a ton of damage, especially he cannot take fatal damage during his retaliation phase. He will do that twice if he has the energy, allowing this team, again, to kind of stay up. A lot of players do run Talene. If I had Talene in here, I would definitely run Talene. If even my Awakened version was a little bit stronger, she could be a very solid choice in here as well, because essentially if she takes fatal damage, she is going to come back to life, allowing Flora to continue her flying ability. So again, guys, we're going to go through a couple of the matches here. And again, there's the mitigation. There's the healing for Merlin, which we love to see. We're giving the ability, and the buff of Mortis goes right onto Ainz, getting ready for the ult. Boom, there it is. Just have to wait for these immunities to go out, and it's an easy win on that one. So here, guys, again, all Negrez, boom, right there. You've seen Athalia took out Ainz super fast, guys. Treznar will do the same. Treznar does have to have the plus 30 engraving to take out the hero relatively quick, to take out Ainz relatively quick. And this one, again, 5-pull, twins fired off. Boom, there's Lucretia. We got a stun from Rowan. Then, of course, guys, the ground burning effect. Everybody within this formation just destroyed the 5-pull that we got taken right into. And look how fast the energy goes through with the super cycle in that team, guys. So very easy win on that one. They're not all that easy. We are still kind of relatively low when it comes to the team comps that we have in here. So we will run a couple more in here. And again, I love the PvP formation running Mortis in here. Damage mitigation goes up right at the beginning. You can see also Falks has a little bit less damage. We could actually swap both their positions, but Mortis puts that buff up on Ainz, so he is going to do a considerable amount. Boom, with that ult, killing the entire enemy team. Loving the PvP in here, guys. And there we go, right on Pippa. Took out Pippa in one single shot. That strong, just destroyed Pippa. Rest of the team, of course, we have the double immunity there, bringing Flora down. Then this one, again, we have the Ainz comp. This one's going to be a little bit tough, but we have to get Lucretia up as fast as possible and also providing some crowd control. But we could block out ults with Aziz in here as well, which again is very powerful when it comes to that mitigation aspect that we have. Feeble Mind is moving Ainz actually right out of this, out of the corner. And also it is stacking the heroes. You can see Lucretia, remember, does have that AoE effect. We are stacking the heroes within this formation. Lost Rowan pretty quick, but Lucretia might still be able to get this one down, because once the immunities end, guys, Lucretia does an insane amount of damage, and you could actually burn these targets out relatively quick. Aziz, of course, with the ground burn, mitigates the damage here as well. Albeto's immunity is up right now. That's what you keep seeing here in the red with the immunity. Merlin, of course, gets brought into here as well. Either we're going to win when the immunity runs out, or time is going to run out. Because remember, Arthur's another hero, when you're similar to the level, is very hard to kill because of the shielding aspect he has. But I think Albedo was almost down. I think Albedo might have went down right there, meaning it is all out on Arthur. we get that done in 3 easy matches as well, allowing us to progress. So we're almost to Diamond 2. But again, the battles, this one's actually relatively easy. This is a player that has definitely made some solid progression. First 3 teams are pretty solid, but at that point, usually when you get to team 4, you can see a little bit weaker. And then when you get into team 5, they're just relying on all of the Hypogen heroes to die out, leaving Lucretia within that formation. But looking at, again, the difference in the levels here, guys, should be a relatively easy win, taking us almost into Diamond 2. Right here we have Harvey. You can see some of the avatar frames start coming in, or some of the avatar pictures coming in, because they are starting to get higher level and starting to get more difficult enemies. One more victory that brings us into Diamond 2, which is exactly where we want to go, guys. I really start pushing this heavy, usually around 4 days. That way we can get to Masters, we can pick up our loot. Remember, out of the season rewards, guys, if we get to Masters, we get those 20 Stargazer cards. We also do get some scrolls out of here, which I love. We get some tier stones and our 200 points. So every time we've been in here, we have picked up our 200 points. So I believe we're a little over, I think we're at 200, a little over 200 at this point. So HOE elite frames are going to come over the next couple times we do this. Getting to 100,000 is probably going to be next to impossible if we're getting 200 every single time. But guys, that'll do it for today's video. Again, we finally have the 5 teams. When we continue and get into Masters, we have to build out 7 teams. So there are, again, some really important vital heroes that do come with the Heroes of Esperia and PvP in general. So guys, again, that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.